Hey guys, it's your buddy Vastro here with another game review. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell to turn on notifications. I'll keep you up to date with all my game reviews. You can also find links to my Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, all my social media links down in the description below. Anyways, let's get to it. So for this video, we're going to be covering Skul, the Hero Slayer by Southpaw and NeoWiz. Skul is a sort of a dungeon crawling side-scroller game where you play as, you guessed it, Skul, who's a small skeleton child who's been tasked with the monumental quest of saving the Demon King. Now let me just point out straight away that I'm already in love with this game because I'm always going on about how I would love to see a game where you're playing from the other side of the story. You know, you're seeing it from the monster's perspective instead of being, you know, the righteous heroes who go out to save the world and marry the princess and all that usual crap. It's nice to see a change of pace. Now, don't let the simple pixel art fool you. This game is a really interesting story to it and it's really fun to play. The game keeps the controls really simple. You don't even need to plug in your mouse if you don't want to. You can move with the arrow keys, attack and jump using the X and C key, and you can use your special powers with A, S and D. You can also plug in your controller if you're the kind of person who prefers to play with a gamepad. It automatically picks it up as long as you're using DS for Windows or something like that. I personally use my PlayStation controller, just hook it in and it configures it all for you. It's really smooth. The game's main and most interesting feature is the variety of classes you can play as. Being a skeleton, Skul has this ability to equip different skeletons' heads, and you know, whether it's a warrior, werewolf, mage, all these different kinds of skeleton heads and endow you with different abilities and powers that you need to learn and adapt to. At any given time, Skul can have two different skulls equipped, so you'll get two different kind of sets of abilities you can swap between, which can be switched between fluidly throughout battle. There is a short recharge time between changing, but you'll get used to it. At the start of the game, it feels really simple and very bare bones. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. As you play, you'll start off really simple. You start off just a Skul, that's it. As you play the game, you'll be able to upgrade your damage, your defense, and you know, you'll get used to all the different kinds of skulls and abilities you'll unlock. You'll slowly master all this and you'll find it easier. You'll find yourself getting further and further with each play. Not to mention, as you're defeating enemies, you acquire the little crystals called dark quartz. These are your resource that even though when you die, you still have this to grind and upgrade, and you'll progressively get stronger. Whenever you die in this game, you're sent back to the start. You lose all your items, you lose whatever skulls you had equipped, just back to basics. So you know, you're not going to have the same setup every time you play through, so adapt, learn, you'll get there. So yeah, be ready to die a few times. This game also features a really enjoyable soundtrack, so make sure you turn that volume up, not just for the music, but there's also a couple of instances where there's stealth enemies, and by having the volume up, you can hear the attacks before they actually go off, which will allow you to dodge, counteract. You know, it'll help, trust me. The only thing this game's really lacking is a more in-depth tutorial, because after the opening intro of the game, that's it, you're done. The player's left to figure it out for themselves, such as working out which door to go through to, you know, further advance through the dungeon, because some doors will have kind of like skeletons around the edges. These are dungeons where you are more likely to get bones to upgrade your skulls, or you know, a new skull at the end of the level, whereas some dungeon gates will have like treasure chests around it. These tend to give you gold, which you can use in the little kind of store, or it will give you various items which power you up in some way or shape or form. Overall, I deeply enjoyed this game. I think it deserves a 9 out of 10 from me, so make sure you check it out, add it on your Steam wishlist and pick it up if you get a chance. If you've already played the game, or if you decide to pick it up after this review or down the line, make sure you come back, drop me a comment. I would love to hear what you guys think of it. Anyways, thanks for dropping by, guys. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, turn on the wee notifications with the bell, and I will catch you all next time. You can also find me over on Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all the links down in the description below. Catch you next time. Bye. No.
Get back, you foul beast!